What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the I'm Not Lucky, I'm Blessed podcast, the show where we celebrate young entrepreneurs on their achievement and then we inspire up and coming entrepreneurs on how to make profit using their passion. And as usual, I'm your host, Lucky the Most. Enjoy the show. Episode 111.
Woohoo.
Yep. And as usual, today I have an amazing guest in the building. Her name is Dani. I met Dani 2 years ago back in Boston Sports Club.
Yep.
On an early morning, she was working out, and for some reason, I guess they say like attracts like. So, just seeing, I was attracted to have a conversation with her, and we had a great conversation. We became friends. Fast forward to 2022, I saw Dani just blowing up on Instagram, TikTok, just famous. And it's just amazing just seeing her grow. At first she was just doing her painting work, and now and now I don't even think she paints anymore.
Just for fun.
Just for fun, right? I remember she would draw this amazing paints and sell them for a few bucks. That was how Dani was trying to survive. But other than the painting, the thing I admire most about Dani is the fact that she loves the city of Boston. Okay, she literally just goes around town taking videos of how her commute was, and just nature, everything. So today Dani's here to talk with us on the topic I have in mind is how to stay young and get it. You understand, right? Dani's young and getting it, so she's here to inspire us, tell us what she did, how she went from Dani, the person I met in BSc, to this huge personality sitting right in front of me. Don't get me wrong, Dani has over 10.7 million likes on TikTok.
Yeah.
And about 165 followers. That's huge.
Yep.
That's really amazing. And I know how you started. You get it, right?
Yeah.
Basically from nothing, IG, nothing, Instagram, TikTok, nothing. And fast forward today, you're making deals. You have a manager. It's amazing, Dani. So I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. Thank you.
I'm so excited to be here. I've never done a podcast before.
Boom. So first one, right?
Let's go.
Hey man, you got this.
Oh yeah.
So Dani, real quick, can you introduce yourself to the listeners?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Dani.
Yep.
And I'm 22 years old. I just turned 22 in January.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And I am a first-gen immigrant kid.
Gotcha.
So I feel like that plays a lot into why I am the way I am. And I love the city of Boston. I moved here just because I grew up an hour away, and I would visit on the weekends.
Yeah.
And I've loved it since I was very young. So I had this urge to be a city girl, live in the city, and live this city life that I've seen in the movies and people I look up to. And that's why I'm here. Just living life, getting the most out of it. We only have 100 years on the earth.
You got 100, right?
Well, now it's what? 80?
80?
Hopefully.
I'm planning 125.
I hope so. That would be the ideal.
All right.
But just getting the most out of my days, and
that's what matters, It's never about how long you live, but how well. Yeah, you get the most out of your days. Yeah. So, thank you, Dani, for that beautiful introduction. Dani, is it like a short version of something, or that's just Dani?
Yes, my full name is Danielle.
Oh, okay.
But I only hear that when I'm getting yelled at.
By your mom?
By my mom. So,
that's the only time you hear the food. She still yells at you?
I get scared.
She still yells at you?
Not really. I'm a pretty calm, docile child.
Gotcha.
So she doesn't have much to complain about, but sometimes.
You know what I call you? I call you Dani the Savage.
Am I a savage?
I think you're a savage. I'll tell you why, okay? As we go, I'll tell you why. There's something you're going to say, and, conversations will lead to that, and then I'll tell you why I call you Dani the Savage. Okay, but, so, Dani, how did you start? How was life growing up? How was life like for you?
Life was I don't have many complaints. I was very, very blessed, and I had amazing parents. They taught me so many things. I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor, and my mom was just very
You a
involved.
pastor's daughter?
I am.
Yeah, it says a lot. Yeah, I know. That's where it's all coming from.
It's all clicking now.
Yeah.
But
I don't trust pastors' daughters.
yeah, I wouldn't trust them either. But my family is from Brazil, so my parents immigrated here from Brazil, and I grew up very much in the Brazilian church culture.
Yeah.
Not really Americans. It was a lot of Brazilians around my life. But I had a wonderful life, and my dad had a granite company, so we were not super well off, but it was great income, so I didn't have any crazy struggles growing up. Like, I wasn't poor or anything.
Yeah.
But they always taught me to have gratitude and appreciate everything I have, and they always taught me to just be very thankful.
Yeah.
And that's carried over into my life.
I like that.
And I have 2 brothers. One's younger, one's older. I'm right in the middle. I'm the
Okay.
only girl, so I got the princess treatment, obviously.
And the middle shot too.
Yep. And yeah, I had a very calm childhood. Not much going on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So if I were friends with you back in, high school or college, like, what would I know you for, Dani?
You would know me for being very shy.
Really?
I didn't really talk to anyone. Didn't really have many friends.
Even at BSC, you were shy.
Yeah.
You were always quiet. You just come in and go like.
I go in the corner.
You go in the corner. Yes.
I still do that.
You still do that, right?
Yeah. But I was just very shy. Kept to myself a lot. Nobody really knew what I was up to. Kind of just did my own thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what people knew me for, just minding my business. Although I will say in high school, I was known for having a very artsy Instagram.
Okay.
So maybe that's where it started.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much how it was. How people knew me for.
Beautiful. Okay, that's amazing. And then how did you end up becoming a painter?
Painter. Well, when I was younger, I developed a passion for drawing.
Gotcha.
But the things I drew were not your usual thing.
Yes.
Because my dad was so involved in the granite house building industry.
Yeah.
I would see a lot of like kitchens and bathrooms, and I was so fascinated. I wanted to design those.
Yeah.
So I would sit down, little pencil, and I would sketch out houses, kitchens, and bathrooms. It's so like random. I loved HGTV, and I honestly thought I was going to be like some architect, interior designer for a long time. But turns out I'm not good at math, so the architect out the window.
Out of the window.
Not happening. But that's kind of where my passion for art started.
Okay.
And as I got older, I just would experiment more with drawing and painting and watercolors. And as you know, I really became a painter when I met you at Boston Sports Club. And I was selling paintings to pay for my rent during COVID.
I know. Shout out to you, man.
Woo! It's the entrepreneur.
You've always had that spirit.
Yeah.
Always.
And my dad. I definitely get it from him.
Right?
Just passed down.
And then you pass it down to you.
Hopefully. Hopefully pass it down to my kids.
So how much were you charging for your paintings and all?
At the time, let me think back. I was charging $50 for a little canvas.
But those were beautiful.
Thank you.
I loved it. Like I wanted like you paint sneakers and Jordans. They were not just regular paint. They were like
a little funky.
You had an edge to it. So it was. I think it was what, the $50.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I was like, yes, getting that. I would get like a little Venmo. Cha-ching. Oh my God.
You had a website too?
No, I never got a website. I had a Instagram account.
Page. Oh yes, I remember.
People would DM me.
Yeah, people would DM me.
What a time.
Yeah. So you've never done any painting recently?
Any what?
Paintings and all that recently?
No. Long time.
Wow. I can't believe
you should do it.
Yeah, I can't believe that's in the past now.
I know.
That's what I know.
That's my whole life. Yeah, no. I haven't painted in a while. I should get back into it.
Okay, so how did you what made you decide to sell paintings at that moment? Like,
honestly,
how did you know you could make a living out of painting?
I didn't. Yeah. But it was during COVID, and I had posted a picture on my Instagram of a painting I made just for fun. and someone DM me and they go, "Hey, my mom wants to buy that." Side story. The painting was of melting Coca-Cola cans.
Yeah. Yes.
His mom worked for Coca-Cola.
God.
She was, and he DM'd me and said, "Yeah, my mom wants it for her office." And he's like, "How much you want to sell it for?" I said $30. He goes, "Deal." That was the first one I sold. And then my parents were like, "Why don't you just sell your other ones?" What are you doing? Yeah. So I said, "Okay." So I started to sell it. And little by little, I would raise the price. People would be like, charge more. So I would charge more. And that's kind of how it all started. Not intentional. Kind of just like, oh, wait a minute. I could do that. And then I started taking requests from people. And they would send in pictures of their dog or favorite beach. And I would paint it, mail it out. And, yeah. I think there was 1 week I painted 50 paintings. It kept me busy. It was COVID.
What else were you supposed to do? Yeah. You were making your $50 so
I was living large. In my head, I was like, yes.
Finally, I'm done.
So that's how it started.
And then now, fast forward.
Complete career change. Not even, well, I guess it's a little close because it's creative. Yep. But, yeah, internet gal.
It's amazing because before you transition to a full-time, TikTok influencer, you were selling love stories of painting.
Yes, I was.
Which was beautiful.
I still feel really bad because I broke that man's heart. Not in a bad way, but I was just like, it's not working. And he was so sweet. He really was the sweetest boy. Oh. But at when I made those paintings or the little booklets, that was real. That came from my soul. I meant it. Sometimes things don't work out. But when it was working out, it was great, and it was a great experience. He was someone that taught me how to, what to accept, and he kind of set the standard a little higher because I came out of a very toxic relationship, and I was like, wow, this is how people are supposed to treat you. That was an eye opener. But yeah, I made those paintings, places I fell in love with you, and I had sketched out little scenery of Boston of where we had been on dates.
It was beautiful,
and I didn't expect any of that to happen, and that was my second sort of blow up. Yeah. And I started making the booklets for other people. Yep. They would text me their stories and pictures, and I would replicate it on the paper and mail it out, and it was cool.
I was fascinated by that when I saw it. I was like, this girl can make money out of anything. You got it, I got you. You were selling a few pages for how much or so?
It was... Oh my God! It was 3 pages for $40, and then if you wanted to add another page, it was $10 per extra page you wanted to add. Wow! And I had some people being like, "Yeah, I want 10 pages."
For real, because it's a beautiful story. You literally were showing people the places you love me or something that, and
places I fell in love
with you. Jeez. I think during Valentine, that would have been a huge market.
Unfortunately, it happened over the summer.
Hey guys, if anyone's listening to this, you can
still order one.
I was gonna tell them to go do the business because you don't even do it anymore. I was gonna say that's a new line of business for you guys. I would order Then you really.
If you want to order one, let me know.
Okay.
I'll do it for free.
Let's do it again. Let's bring these memories. Let's do this business back again because I think you could do a lot from there.
You never know.
Yeah, but now Boss Dani don't paint anymore.
I know.
Okay.
I'll start again. Maybe I'll make one for you and your fiance.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
You send me the deets.
Yep, and then you just thank you.
Extra special.
Thank you. Oh, finally I get something because once I asked you for a painting.
You did?
Yeah.
Did I answer?
You said, what did you say? You said your paintings were very expensive. Something like that. I said? Yeah.
That's kind of rude.
I know.
Oh shit.
What I wanted was my podcast. I wanted you to paint my podcast so I could put it. I actually wanted to give you a shout out through that. I just wanted to put it on the wall there, whatever you get. But I was like, okay, I understand. Then it's too.
Oh, did you ask for a big one?
I think maybe it was because you asked me for the sizes that I wanted or something. You get it, right? I remember it's a long time ago. It's a text message. And this is not me trying to like, put you out there, but like you actually, and then you were like, what size? And I think I sent you a picture or something. And you're like, that's gonna be very expensive. And I was like, oh, okay. Did I ask how much about? I don't know, but yeah.
If it was a big canvas, probably would have cost me like, I don't know, $100 of materials.
$100 yeah.
I don't know. Oh no.
But let's still. If you
I'll make one now,
please, if you can, I would love to just put it on my wall of my podcast, like this, the image I have on my podcast, and just put it on there and just say, you did this. You understand, right?
Yes.
I would love it, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. See, we're having agreements here.
Yes, we're moving forward.
And then, how did you transition to YouTube? Because I remember you still have a YouTube, and then you were even more dedicated on your YouTube than now.
Yeah.
And then you took a break too.
I did. I take a lot of breaks. I'm still figuring out the right level of consistency to be. It's very hard because I got a Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts now. Because what if TikTok goes away?
Yeah, YouTube Shorts are now like
they start to pop off.
It's starting to pop off. Yeah.
I feel like YouTube will take over. And
you think so?
Yeah. You should post this stuff on YouTube.
And I get more views from my YouTube Shorts than my TikToks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
you're already famous, so you don't know what that feels like. You get it? But like for me, like if I put something on TikTok now, I probably got like 200 and something views.
That's me with YouTube Shorts.
Oh really? And then on YouTube Shorts, I get like 2,000 something. Yeah. So I started telling my friend. There was a video you posted. You got like 2,100 and something
on YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
I saw it. And I was telling my friends like everyone should go to YouTube Shorts now too. That it's working on YouTube Shorts. Like I get more attention on YouTube Shorts than.
Good to know. I'll keep at it. It's really discouraging when you post and it does well on TikTok.
Yeah.
But then YouTube Shorts, 3 views.
You don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it feels like to start from the bottom, man. I feel good. I post there and I'm like, okay, this is working a little for me. And I just consistently keep posting. But
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Wait. But
so how did you transition to YouTube? Like, what made you create your YouTube account and what was the purpose of it?
I actually created it in high school.
Really?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Little baby Dani. And basically over the summer, it was the summer going into my senior year of high school, I randomly decided to post a skincare routine video.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect anyone to watch it. I just kind of was intrigued by YouTube and doing all that stuff. So I posted it for myself and I filmed it on my iPhone, and I had like my phone stacked on a bunch of books because I didn't have a tripod. I probably didn't even know what a tripod was. Like, I really had no idea what I was doing. I was just having a good time. And I recorded this video. I posted it, and people in my school were like, what are you, like, what is going on? I have to watch it. No one has ever YouTubed in our school.
Yeah.
So I posted it, and in like 2 days, I got 1,000 views on YouTube. My first video ever. So I was feeling it. I was like, okay, like I could see myself doing this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think I posted maybe like 2 more videos. One was a gym leg day video, and the other one was a room tour because I had just redone my room. And then I stopped. And those videos got decent views. They all got like 1,000 views, which for YouTube, like, that's a lot. And I had like 20 subscribers. People were just clicking, like they were curious, like, what is this girl doing? Yeah. And that's when it started. But I didn't post on YouTube up until like after my senior year of high school. I didn't post for probably 4 years. And I could be more consistent on YouTube, but it's a little harder because you have to really plan it out.
Yeah, YouTube takes
it's a hustle.
It's a hustle, yeah.
But that's how I sort of transitioned, and during that time I was posting on Instagram a lot. I loved just the whole aesthetic feed
of Instagram.
Love. Yeah. And little by little I sort of grew to love social media and posting about my life.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
And then you left YouTube, and then I left
YouTube. School, college, whatever, and then after that, I transitioned to TikTok. But sort of, I was just like messing around. Like it wasn't anything serious. And I had a couple videos do well, random stuff like funny, me talking. It wasn't anything specific, and then it snowballed, and then here I am with TikTok. Like it wasn't intentional. I mean, like at some point it did transition to like, okay, like this is gonna be my job.
Yep.
But the build up was just kind of like la 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 la,
Slow,
having
slow,
fun,
slow.
whatever. It wasn't anything serious.
And then before you know it,
It's my job.
that's full-time job now.
Full-time job.
That's like I really wanted to talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait for us to get to that stage where we talk about like TikTok being your full-time job. Like, can people don't believe that people
No.
can TikTok can be.
I didn't believe it.
You
Then it happened.
and then it happened, and like people still doubt like that there's money off social media, you know. And that's what I keep trying to like tell people, that this shit works.
It does.
And you just have to like just post things you enjoy doing, or things that you don't even enjoy doing,
Things that you're interested in.
things you're interested in, and people will just start paying attention to you.
There's always an audience for whatever you have to say.
Fact. So
Whether it's good or bad.
whether it's good or bad, crazy shit. People,
Yeah.
there's like billions of people out there that at least a million will like crazy shit. You know,
I've seen like some horrible podcasts just talking about complete BS, and people are like, "Yes, love it."
love it.
Like what? So there's always an audience. You just gotta be willing to put yourself
Fact.
to be seen,
Facts.
perceived. Yeah.
What made you go to TikTok?
What made me go to TikTok? Sort of. It was just very addicting because you would post a video, and in the back of your head it was like, oh, what if it's one of those videos that does really well?
Well, yeah.
And you sort of get in this pattern of like, oh, okay, no, the next one's going to be
Better.
really big. The next one's going to be a big one, viral, blow up. And I think that's what kind of just keeps you coming back for more. It's like a little serotonin boost.
Yep.
And it's very addicting. And TikTok made it really easy to do what YouTube does, but way quicker.
Way quicker.
And the ability to just interact with people all over the world and sort of like when like I talk to people that follow me and like regulars that always comment on my stuff, I feel like they're my friends. And it's really cool that other people are like, hey, like, how's your family? Where'd you get your shirt?
Pretty good.
Like, what you been up to? What gym do you go to?
Yeah.
And I think that's what was really cool about TikTok, is that you could just instantly connect with people from anywhere and instantly be friends with them. And the aspect of like, oh, I blew up. I had 30,000 people see my video.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So it was just.
What's your highest viewed video? Like, do you have an idea?
Organically, 5 million views.
5 million
Yes,
views.
and it was a video about smelling good, smelling like fresh laundry. That was one of the videos that really got me a lot of followers. And then not organically, I worked with Dove over the summer, and they had pushed my video, and I got 38 million views.
Wow.
That is like insane.
So you worked with Dove?
Yeah.
Like the skincare brand?
Yeah.
Wow. How did that happen?
I had made a few videos before mentioning their bar soap.
Yeah.
I genuinely use it all the time. And I was like, if you want to smell fresh and clean and you have eczema and you have dry skin, like just use this. It's a classic.
You automatically just
and they saw it and they reached out to me. They go, hi, we want to send you a little package. I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And every once in a while they would send me a few packages, and then they DM'd me, or they emailed me for the first time over this past summer. They were like, hi, we want to work with you. I was like, yeah, like I'd love a package. They go, no, we want to do a paid collab.
And I know Dove ain't cheap. Like they would.
I got that bag.
Jesus
I got that
Christ.
bag. Yep.
Wow.
Very
From
blessed.
just
posting it organically.
Organics.
Because I liked it. So they took note of that. What's better than to have someone push your product?
Yeah, that loves it.
Loves it.
That's the best marketing.
Yeah.
I was listening to something that says the customers are the best marketers. Like,
Yep.
if you can give customers a product they love, they would just naturally tell their friends about it.
Every day.
Every day.
That's how I got a lot of the brands, but the brand deals that I've gotten, it's just me being like, love this.
Love
and
this.
they go, oh,
because I feel like they see that genuine.
yeah.
There's a difference between when something is paid,
Yeah.
and when something is genuine. You just see that love.
You can see right through
You
it.
can see right through it like that. This person just, and there's no way. I think that's what companies need to start doing now. Like, they even don't have to pay stars anymore, celebrities to advertise.
It's just people.
Just people.
Normal people.
Normal people. Like, it's really, 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 really interesting.
changing the game.
Changing the game. I know. There'll be no job soon for celebrities. Like, regular
they'll
people.
live. Unless I become a celebrity, then I'm gonna need that
You
job.
made that
Hold on. But yeah.
And you've worked with so many brands, like
Many.
There were times where I would just see you get the packages and products and stuff like that.
Our neighbors
Clothes.
definitely think I'm like racking up a credit card bill because they just see the packages come in every single day. I'm like, I'm not buying them.
You tell them, right? You're like, I don't buy this again. You know, I don't buy this, just to let you know. So how did it? Okay, like. How did you get to this point? Like, that's the question. You know, how did you go from just few posts to like now you're having deals with?
It was like how I started like really making TikTok my job.
Yes.
So, backstory is I had a crazy roommate around the time I met you. I had a crazy roommate, and she was into drugs. And she was doing some really crazy stuff. Yeah. And my parents begged me, like, Dani, please move back home. She's going to end up stabbing you or punching you or something really bad. We don't want to get to that point. Just move home. Like, we'll help you out. My parents were always very, very kind. And they were like, if you ever need help, don't ever be scared to ask. Like, we got you. God blessed us with an income and a beautiful house and money. We can take care of you. Like, you're our kid. We'll never shy away from that. So they said, please come home, please, please, please. So I did. I left the lease 2 months early, and they were I'm like so grateful to them because they paid the last 2 months of my lease just so I wouldn't be there. So you wouldn't, yeah. And at that time, I was debating going to esthetician school to do skincare stuff. But it wasn't my passion. I sort of just felt a little lost because I wasn't going to college anymore. Yeah. And I didn't have a job. I kind of felt a little, I don't know what to do. I'll go to esthetician school. And so I moved back home. I applied to the school. And I also got a job full-time working retail at Express.
You did?
Yep. Boy, I've worked every job under the sun.
Yeah, no.
So many jobs.
Yeah. You worked for TJ Maxx too, right? Once?
TJ Maxx, Star Market, Market Basket.
Yeah.
Big grocery store girl.
Wow. You've had it. You've had your own slice of...
I have.
That's the thing that's what's amazing about you. Like, you just didn't come out of... Life wasn't just easy for you. No. Like, you've had your own pie of...
I have. I'm very stubborn. So I've always tried to do it my own way.
Gotcha.
So sometimes I get comments on my TikTok like, oh, this rich girl.
I'm like, I
don't even know what I had to do to get here. Oh my God.
And you're just getting started. That's the funny thing.
I am. I'm excited to see what happens next.
I know.
But I was working retail and I was not really happy. It was like, it's this mall in my sort of hometown, like a town over. It's kind of like dead. And the store was cool. I got a discount. That was fun. But I didn't really feel satisfied. And because of that, I would escape to the world of the internet. And I would make my silly videos like going to bed or my gym routine or my makeup or just showing like little aesthetic vlogs of my room.
Yep.
My parents' house because that's where I was. And one day I came home from work. I was so tired, man. I was so just mad, like, I don't want to do this. I don't know. And it was my mom and my dad sitting in the living room. And my dad goes, oh, how's your TikToks? Because I had mentioned to them I make it for fun. I had a few videos by that time blow up a little bit. He goes, how's your TikToks? I'm like, oh, they're good. He goes, you think you can do this full time? I said, what? He's like, you got the talent. Like, what's stopping you? Don't you want to do this full time?
Really?
I said, I guess. He goes, it's yes or no. Like, do you believe in yourself? Do you know that you can turn this into a career?
Wow.
I said, yeah. He goes, okay, then run with it. Go for it. Quit your job tomorrow.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, I have no money. He goes, that's okay. You got two parents, right? We've taken care of you always, right? I said, yeah. He goes, okay, now's the time to try. I'm giving you an opportunity. Why don't you go for it? I said, oh, okay. And my mom was like, oh, Dani, I don't know. Like, what if you don't get money? Like, I don't know if you should do it. My dad goes, just try.
Just try. At least for 2 years. Yeah. You have nothing to waste. You're still young. Yeah.
He's like, you got nothing but time.
You got nothing but
time.
And
you got parents willing to support you. You got a house. You got food. You got a car.
Oh, man, we need more dads like that.
Yeah. I'm blessed. I'm really blessed because I know a lot of parents are like, go to school.
Go to school. Like,
do this, do that. What are you doing? No, they've always supported, like, all my creativity.
Jeez.
It's really nice.
That's amazing, man.
Like when I had the painting business,
Yep.
they bought like a whole thing of canvases for me. They go, "This is our gift to
This
you."
was a gift to you.
Yep. They never asked me to pay them back. Like nothing. Obviously, I want to.
Yeah.
I'll do that in a few years.
Wow. So yep. So your dad gave you the go ahead to.
Yep.
Cool.
And I was like, all right. And that's when it started. And that was October.
Yep.
At that time, I had accumulated maybe 20,000 followers, but not from having an image, just from like random videos blowing up, this and that. And then after that, it just really blew up. And I was shook because I did not know that I could make so much money. I was getting some packages at the time, like free gifts, PR. Yeah. And I was just excited that they were sending me free stuff, like a broke college student. Free things. Like, are you kidding me? I'm living the dream. And I didn't know that I could charge to use the products in my videos until I saw a TikTok talking about it one day. And then I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. I'm doing something wrong. What?
And you thought you were good. Like, you thought they were doing you good for free stuff.
And I started to charge. And there was one time some brand reached out to me. And I was feeling ballsy that day. And I shot out like such a high number. Like,
can you?
Yeah, I'll say it. I'm an open book. I said $5,000. At the time, I was charging $500 usually. Really? I said $5,000 for 2 videos, and I was expecting them to be like, "Girl, you're smoking crack. Like, what are you doing?" And they emailed me back like, "Can we do 4,500?" Bruh, I literally like passed away. I saw God.
I'm passing away from here, just hearing the story.
That was like, okay, your dad was right. Like, get on that right now. And I was like shaking. I called my dad. I was like, I think I just made $5,000. I never even touched maybe more than like $200 of my own money myself ever in my life. I didn't even know what to do with myself. And that was like the first big brand deal, major one. And then after that happened, the floodgates opened. Oh my God. And yeah, I had no idea this whole world existed.
This man.
Yeah. So.
I'm in the middle to let that
process it. Yeah. That's how I feel till this day.
But
like, even now.
But that's the beauty of having that support.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are not.
Yeah, when lucky. It's not something you're hiding again. Like this is, you have that support, that love behind. Love is such a powerful thing that would open doors for so many people. Just the fact that your parents weren't talking bad things about it. The fact that they were in support with you, the universe, like everything just opened up for you.
Yep.
Oh man.
It was a very encouraging, like, to know that they're just like, woohoo, you can do it. Like, yes, keep going. Yeah. It's really wholesome. They're great people. Love my parents. Shout out.
I feel you. No, it's $5,000. And then they say the 4,500. You're like,
okay, yeah, I guess.
But at the back of your mind,
I was screaming.
You were screaming. What did you do with that money? I want to know first.
I put away most of it. Yeah. But obviously, I splurged a little bit. I took a trip to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. You deserve
it. But yeah, I put away most of it, just saving it up. And yeah, but that trip to Hawaii, I was like, whoa. It wasn't anything luxurious. Like, I was in Airbnb with my boyfriend and like a couple of his friends. Yep. We were just renting mopeds. Very simple. Yeah. But in my head, I was like, I paid for this. That's crazy.
Wow. I think every parent would say, go ahead.
Yeah.
You get it, right? Yeah. Every parent, like, at that point, like, you made that from this?
Yeah.
Come, can I join you? Like, like, I mean, I know my parents, like, you want us to, you know.
You want to share?
You want to What can we do? Can we hold the cameras? Can we?
Oh yeah, no, they became so supportive. They're like, do you need it to be quiet? Because are you filming right now?
Are you filming right now?
Like, no. They go, oh, okay, just let us know.
Wow.
Got a tripod for me. Yeah. Great people.
Amazing. So, what image do you know? I remember you said before you got your first deal, you didn't have like an image that you're trying to portray. But right now, like, what is Dani on TikTok like?
I am definitely. I'm like in the category of beauty, wellness, sometimes fitness, and skincare. And I talk a lot about my life experiences. I don't know everything, but I know some things. Yeah, and I like to share with people things I've learned along the way. Yeah. And yeah, so I guess I'd categorize myself as a wellness beauty influencer. Yeah.
Why did you choose this path? Why not do something else?
I think because I like to teach people how to sort of live life luxuriously and not spending money wise, but your day to day, like what makes your days feel good. Yeah. Like what are the little things you look forward to in your day? And going through like a lot of crazy stuff in my life, I've learned that if you just have like little luxuries in your day, and it can be something simple as having your favorite orange juice in the fridge, something that it's like sweet that you like, or having I don't know, like a favorite pair of sweatpants, or having a skincare routine that makes you feel relaxed, makes you feel good. Like little things in your day add up, and I like to teach people how to do that, how to add more to their life. Yeah. And I think that's why I like beauty and skincare and fitness, wellness, because it's like, yo, you can have bad days, but if you have all these little good things, like, you're always going to have good stuff going on. And like makeup, creative outlet, skincare, relaxing, and wellness. I teach people like go to the gym. You don't need to lift weights, but get moving, take a walk. So I guess I just like people.
You try to help people get better.
Feel good.
And, yeah. No, like thing I love about your TikTok is you're very vulnerable on you literally say
anything.
Sometimes
too much. That's all right.
Do you get any consequences when you say too much? Do you get any backlash from that?
Surprisingly, no. The most backlash I get is my mom, because I'll like post a video like, I'm so drunk, like I'm out with my girls. She's like, Dani, must you? I'm like, I must. It's me. Or I'll post a video like, one time when I was in high school, I snuck out, and my mom's like, really, bro? Really? I thought you were a passenger. I thought you were a good kid.
you just out there opening your own dirty clothes.
But she knows I'm responsible. Like I fend for myself. I'm okay. I mean, you know.
I mean, we all did that. She did that too.
She did. If she's saying she didn't, she's lying.
She's like, yep. We all did that. So I feel, and some days we're gonna tell our kids, we're gonna share these stories. You understand? So it's not your fault that you're out there sharing these stories. No, you're gonna.
I need to make the plot interesting. Like,
facts.
Come on.
Facts. You're not gonna take this to your grave with you.
No. Well, some things I will never tell her. Okay. Or I'll never share it. Okay.
What are some things that it's like a no for you not to share on social media?
Just because I guess of how I was raised, like I won't like talk about like sex. Maybe like a few funny stories, but I don't really talk about that. And I don't talk about, I guess, I feel like that's pretty much it. Like I just don't get into that.
Get into that conversation.
But everything else is free game.
Okay.
Talk about everything.
Do you think that helps you a lot? The fact that you talk about everything, like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It makes you versatile, and you sort of can, you're not like confined to one category. Yeah. And on the money aspect, brands love that, because you can do a skincare video and get paid for it. You could do a cooking video, get paid for it. You could do a mental health service like therapy online video, get paid for it. You can kind of just do everything.
Interesting. Yeah, am I thinking you just have to like pick one thing and just focus on it? Do you think that also works too?
I think for when you're starting out, that's the best way to do it. You pick one thing, one or two similar, and you sort of grow in that category. Yeah. You get people to trust you and look for advice in those categories from you, and then you can kind of start to branch out a little bit.
That makes
but
sense.
definitely start with one category or two first.
I like that.
Yeah.
As opposed, you said you switched your major in college, everything.
I did.
I don't know what you switched it to, but let's talk about that. Like, why did you switch your major in college?
Well, so when I first started college, I went to community college, and my major was graphic design, just because I loved being creative.
Yeah.
But one day I realized how much a Louis Vuitton bag costs and how much graphic designers make.
It can never get you.
And it wasn't out enough. I mean, some people get lucky, or not lucky. They work hard.
They work hard, yeah.
And they get cool positions, but that's
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I just realized that, and I was like, okay, time for a rebrand. So I switched to a business major to do marketing, and I felt like that would be versatile. And I guess that's kind of what I do now.
Yeah.
Marketing.
100%. Yeah. That makes sense.
But I never graduated college.
Oh.
I dropped out. The end of my sophomore year. I finished my sophomore year, and then I never went back.
Oh, wow. Why is that?
I felt like I wasn't getting enough learning from them. I know there's always more to learn from other people, but I felt like if I was out in the real world having real experience, then it would just be better for me somehow. I was good at school growing up, but I didn't love it. I know some people are very academic and they don't mind going to school, but I did not like it.
What did your mom and dad say about that?
At first, so I told my mom first. I said, Mom, I don't think I want to go to college anymore.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, well, okay. Have fun telling your dad.
She's like, come me out of this, okay? I am not getting myself involved.
And I told my dad, and he was like, well, if you're not going to school, then you're gonna work full time. I said, okay, that's fair. So that's what I did. But he was a little upset at first.
Yeah.
I think any parent is, especially because they didn't get the opportunity to go to school. So they're like, why are you throwing it away? But they know that I know what I'm doing most of the time. So they were like, okay, we trust you.
You said most of the time, like how much of the time?
Like 70%. But yeah, they know I have a good head on my shoulders. Like they know how they raised me. Yeah. So they were like, all right, but if you're not doing that, you got to do something else. Like you always got to be working towards something. Never just be sedentary.
Yeah.
Not do anything. But they were supportive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then that was when you became full-time
working retail.
And
I was waiting to get my application accepted to esthetician school.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But I wasn't really feeling it. Like I was kind of just doing it as like have to do something.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, I mean, I felt you're the type that you love reading. Even when we met, we were like, if I post a book on Instagram, you'd be like, I'm adding that to my collection.
I haven't read in a while.
Really?
No, I'm slacking. I have to get back into it.
Okay.
But I just ordered a new book.
What did you order?
It's called The Artist's Way.
Oh,
have you read it?
No, I haven't. But there's a question that I have related to that book. I saw you posted something that Bella Adidas advised that content creators should read that book, and then you said something about what is it? How to
you have to
taking a break or something like that.
Yeah, you have to take a break and recharge your creativity in order to take from it.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's a very, very interesting. When I hear, because you say you never take breaks.
Never. Well, I just did. I took a big one.
Okay, so like, how did that, quote, what was that quote again, and how did it change your life?
I don't
wrote it down somewhere.
Remember the quote specifically. I remember just her talking about it in the video. I'm not done reading the book. I just got it like 2 days ago.
Yep.
But she said that basically you can't observe and create at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people can, but I cannot. And sometimes, like, especially as a creative person, I'm sure you feel this way sometimes too, maybe for your podcast. You are just trying to create something big, right? And you're like looking at it like this, so close, and you have no time to kind of like take a step
Take a
back.
step back and look. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What's that over there? What about that?
Yeah.
Like, how can I tie this in?
Yep.
And if you're constantly just like trying to go, you're just burnt out. And it doesn't give you time to explore all of your creativity just because you're so focused on like one little thing. And yeah, the whole you can't create and observe at the same time. You should separate the two and take time to just be, not trying to create.
Go. Yeah, no, that is true. But like, I'm a little confused somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, because if you're an up and coming, like if nobody knows you, I feel like you really have to create.
You do.
You get it? Like, you don't have that. You don't have a break. You don't have the luxury to take a break. Like, you don't have it. Like, I mean, you're here where you are today because I believe, if I'm wrong, tell me. Okay, consistency was part of it.
Oh yeah.
You weren't just posting one video a day. Where you posting one video? Like, how many videos were you posting?
When I first started, I was posting like 4 videos a day.
4 videos a day.
And it was like a trending sound. Me talking. And then something more substantial. And then over the summer, I sort of had a hard time being consistent. I was partying too much, man. I was going out and I wasn't really focusing, but I was still growing. And then from November up until 2 weeks ago, I was posting like 6 times a day.
6 times a day.
And I was just burning out. And you do have to do that when you're starting. You do have to do that. But once you build up a little bit, it's good to just like be like, okay. I'm here. What else can I do? Let me take a pause. Not too long of a pause. But even if it's just like for 2 or 3 days, be like, okay, what's next? What can I do? What's happening? But yeah, I was posting a lot and I was getting very burnt out and I sort of just had like no idea what to do. And because I was so stuck in this pattern of what I usually post, I wasn't even thinking outside of the box. Like, what other things can I do? But now that I took a 2-week break,
you took like a 2-week break. So many things.
So many ideas. Oh my god.
But I feel like that break, you have to earn it. You understand?
You do.
It's not a break you just give to you. Like, I tell people, if I stop posting, I'm gone. the little followers that I have, that I've been, they're out the window. Like, oh, he's not here. Okay, fuck him. There's someone else that's posting.
It'll be me.
Thank you, then. Thank you. Even you, I don't even. Thanks for being kind, man. I don't even believe you. You'll be out the window. So like, yeah, I honestly, because it success in everything takes sacrifice.
It does.
You get it, right? And I get the quote. I like it, but still I don't completely agree with it. Like, there's this guy I listen to, Gary Vee, right?
Yeah.
Gary Vee was someone that I love. Still, I mean, I don't listen to him as much as I used to, but he used to say, just post. He's like, post 10 contents a day.
Yes.
Like, he would just say, post.
And he blew up.
Oh, he's modern, like, famous now. Like, he's like he's the person. I love that guy because he made it so easy. Like, he made me feel, at first I thought it was a big deal to post. You get, right? But he made it sound so easy for me that I just post. He's like, bro, just post. No one cares. You get, right?
Literally, nobody cares.
Like,
and if they do,
you do good. You
but
get,
most of them
just,
don't.
Just post. And there are people out there that are just looking for something to
click on.
Yeah. So like, your 4 contents that you create every day, let's talk. Do you have a plan for them, or you just randomly?
I do.
You have a plan?
I do.
I want to hear the plan.
So initially, I didn't really have a plan.
Yeah.
I want to say up until September. In September, I had a little eye-opening experience. And basically, my friend and I, her name's Kat, she does fashion TikToks.
Yeah.
She got invited to New York Fashion Week to some events.
Wow.
And she needed a +1. So she texted me, she goes, you want to come?
Fuck yeah.
I was like,
of course.
Do you breathe oxygen? Like, of course I want to come. So we go, and she has like 500,000 on TikTok.
Ooh.
And yeah, she's getting up there. Nicest girl you'll ever meet. Super humble, down to earth.
She in Boston?
No, she's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we go to Fashion Week, and I only had my 130,000 followers.
Yeah.
And we're seeing all these big people. And in your head, like when you're creating by yourself, you're like, oh yeah, like I'm big. Everyone knows me.
Yeah. Nah.
Boy,
people do the most.
Humbling. We get to Fashion Week and everyone is kind of like has their nose up and, oh, how many followers do you have? Oh, who's your manager? What agency are you signed to? And it made us feel really small and belittled. And we were in a hotel room. She goes, Dani, next year
we'll come.
I never want to feel like that ever again. We got matching. I have it on. See this little gold bracelet, the thin one? Yeah. We got permanent gold bracelets. And she goes, every time you want to give up making content, you remember this bracelet? Because you and I both have it now and you can't take it off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They like weld it to you, right?
Really?
Have you ever gotten one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's permanent jewelry.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you can snip it off if you really want to.
Yeah, but like it's
just there. So we got matching ones. And she was like, remember this feeling of being at that event?
Being at that event,
people looking down on you because you're not something big? Remember that. Because next time we come to New York Fashion Week, whether it's in a year or 2 years, because I don't even know if I want to go back this time. I did not have a good experience. Everyone's stuck up. It wasn't my scene. Yeah. But she goes, you remember that. We're gonna make a plan. We're gonna be consistent, because consistency is what's gonna get us from where we are now to that. And that just like stuck with me. And I made a plan for content. So it was one video. So this is daily. One video of me just talking, talking about anything. One video of me showing my gym routine, my walking routine, some wellness. Yeah. One video for makeup. Yep. One video trending, like a trending dance or something. And I stuck to it from November up until January maybe. And I did it every single day, just following this routine. And you get used to it and it becomes like second nature. Yeah. And all while doing YouTube vlogs too. That's a little hard to balance. But that was my plan. So like a trending, me talking, wellness. Yeah. What was the other one? Makeup? I don't even know now. But I know that it worked at the time.
It worked and it got you...
It got me a couple more followers.
Yeah.
But now I have a whole new plan. It's like so intricate.
Ooh, what is it? It's like Dani 2.0.
Dani 2.0.
Fuck, let's go. Yeah, that's the savage mode.
Oh, yeah, Dani the Savage. Dani the Savage.
Dani the Savage.
Oh my god.
You know her name is Dasilva, right?
Yeah.
I changed that to the Savage.
I'm gonna have to talk about that on my TikTok. I'll tag you.
Okay.
But now my plan, I don't even know how to explain it. Like there was one day that I was just like sitting in my room trying to do nothing. Yeah. And the ideas, because when you sit in silence, that's when it. So I had little sticky notes, and it's all over my mirror still. I started to, like in the movies when there's a crazy scientist, and he's like, that's what I felt like. Really? So I just was like color coding the sticky notes and sticking them on my wall, on my mirror, and I just like came up with a whole entire plan to like rebrand. And that's what I'm doing now, and you'll see it.
You rebranding?
You'll see.
I like it, man. Damn. Wow, and that's more money in your pocket too, Once Dani rebrands that price,
game over.
The game
over.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price,
But rebranding is difficult sometimes. Yeah. Because people follow you because they have this certain perception and image of you, and they put you in a little box.
And all of a sudden,
you're like, I'm gonna do something a little different. Yeah. They don't like that. So.
But that's the thing. Yeah, some people do, but that's life. You just can't get comfortable in the same. You have to always be a learner. You get it, right? You have to start over again, start a different fields. Once you're successful here, you have to go back and start again from the bottom, because it's the same. You see the top of the mountain, it's the beginning of the next mountain.
Yep.
So you always have to be in that mode where you get there and you're like, okay, the next goal is 1 million, and now you're back to the beginning again. You're building up to 1 million. It's crazy.
It's a good way to live life, because if you just, I don't know, settle for one thing, like you don't even know what other things you could achieve. There's so much out there.
If you didn't go to that, like your friend now, so how many followers does she have after that?
I think she's at 515,000. It's been slower for her to grow, but she's growing. She's putting in the work.
Yeah, she's putting in the work,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like everything. Going to the gym. Yeah. Your first few weeks you could blow up fast.
Oh yeah.
And then
the gains are so
quick, and then all of a sudden it kind of like slows down. Now this rest gains, you really have to like
work for it.
You gotta push yourself.
It's hard. I get jealous of people just starting out.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
they just
you don't even know.
you don't even know you're coming. It's coming for
It's
you.
coming.
It's coming.
But
So how can Danny grow? Like, with what you have now, like if you want to grow more, what do you have to do?
I think
TikTok?
that for me to grow more, I have to. This is something I've been working on,
Yeah.
and I'm getting better at it. Just treat TikTok or YouTube Shorts, whatever I'm on, as if it's a FaceTime call. And it's very easy when you have like a camera in your face to sort of like start acting a little bit.
Yeah.
And it becomes unnatural. And the people I've seen be really successful are people that talk just like this. And it feels like you're their friend in real life. And that's something I've struggled with because like it's hard to put yourself out there entirely. For the entire world to see. Because I don't know, if you meet someone for the first time, you're not going to tell everything about yourself to them. And when you are very authentically yourself on TikTok, it feels like that. It feels like if you were on a first date and you're like, yeah, so I had a blue bedroom growing up and I had a dog named Charlie, and like it feels like you're putting like every single detail of your life out there. But that's what people want. They want to feel like they know you. They know you. Even if you live in Boston and they live in Australia. And it's very, very hard. It's hard to be vulnerable because just as like you get so much support from people online, you also get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And imagine if someone came up to you that you know in real life and was like, I don't like you. I just don't like you as a person. Like that would be like, oh damn.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, like what did I do? And that's what it feels like to put yourself out on the internet for thousands of people to see and perceive you and judge you. Yeah. It's fine.
Speaking of hate, like how do you deal with it? Like, like negative comments and, bad days how do you deal with that?
It depends on the day. Yeah. Sometimes I just sit back, don't do anything. I let them comment. Yeah. I look at their profile. I'm like,
yeah.
All right.
You got 10 followers.
10 followers. No profile picture.
No profile picture. Why waste my time with you?
Yeah. Like okay.
Gaslighting.
Keep chirping. But sometimes I let them have it as nicely as I can because I do try to spread positivity. Yeah. I always the days that I do respond, I like to belittle them a little bit. Get you. What are you talking about? Like, get a life. Go outside and touch grass. Don't even talk to me. But I never like attack them specifically. I just attack their behavior. But I don't usually do that.
That's nice.
It's just I let the hate build up a little bit. Like I'm like
you need that hate.
My irritation levels are here, and then I let the comments pile up, and then maybe like the 20th comment, I'm like, all right,
let's go.
You picked the wrong day. You out.
But I like.
But it's better to ignore.
Better to ignore. Right?
Yeah.
Do you learn from them also? That's the question.
I do.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you gonna say?
No, go and then I'll go mine.
But like being on the internet and having access to so many people's brains and ideas and thoughts, you have to be very careful about what you say, obviously. But like it's impossible to know everything at the same time. I've learned a lot from messing up on the internet. Yeah. And even stuff like cultural that I didn't know was like wrong to say or to do or like ways to act, and people will just call me out on it, like, hey, you can't act like that, you can't say that, that's offensive, this comes from this, this means that, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know. All right, I didn't know. Thanks for telling me. I wish you told me a little nicer. but now I know. Right. And I will own up to it, acknowledge it, be like, yeah, didn't know. Sorry, that's on me. Yeah. But, and some people will tell you in a nice way, like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, yeah. I don't know. Do you know where that comes from? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you should do that. And I like those people because I'm like, okay, thank you for telling me. Yeah. Because you don't know where people are from. You don't know how they were raised. I don't know what you know. You don't know what I know. Never. So you should never get mad at people for having a different perspective. Okay. But what was I going to say? Yeah, just nicely teach people, and most of the time they'll be receptive to it and be like, oh, okay, I just didn't know, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's more or less like how you pass the message, yeah, like you're human too, you have feelings, and you wouldn't just want someone to just throw, give it to me kindly and I'll take it, just then like like that. Yeah,
I'm listening.
Let's now go to like positive comments. There's this one I saw on your post someone said your account literally changed my life.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's like, whoa.
How does those comments like that, like, how did they make you feel as a person?
So happy. I think because, like, if it's like something creative that I do, and the fact that someone is benefiting from it is mind-boggling. And it's nice to know that people have learned something from me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that much. And it's like, whoa, you learned from the little stuff that I know?
The little stuff that I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
And I do get comments from time to time like, hey, like, I was really down in the dumps, and your TikToks, like, have been encouraging me to change my life, or to go back to the gym, to be nicer to myself, to take care of myself. And it's like, wow.
Little me.
My job here is done.
My job is done.
Nice.
You're like,
I have...
I've changed your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone
Even
say you
if
should
just
change your
one.
life, even if it's one. Yeah, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. It's
That's
a
all
good
it
feeling.
takes,
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
I feel you. And plus you're getting paid from it too. So
Yeah.
like,
It's
but
a
like,
wonderful feeling.
do you limit your post to likes and comment? Like, do you really care about likes and comment? Like, you let's say you post a good video and powerful video, and you don't get the number of likes you expected. Does that bother you, or you just?
It bothers me a little bit, but I know that a lot of successful people, like, it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes so much time, and it just means that if I post something good and it doesn't do well, then it's not my time. Like, if I'm meant to be something big and have the thousands and thousands of likes and comments and followers, it will happen.
Yeah.
I just have to be patient. And just because it's not doing super well now
doesn't mean
I should stop.
You should stop.
Like,
yeah.
my friend Kat, was it Kat? I don't know. Someone had told me about how you gotta picture your thing that you have going for you as an ice cube tray.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fill it with water every day. One little cube, you fill it. The next cube, you fill it. And that water is not gonna freeze, right? It's not gonna freeze, like, instantly. And the build up to success is sort of like, okay, one day it's 40 degrees, one day it's 55 degrees, one day it's 33 degrees, but you're still filling your ice cube tray with water. Every single day. And that one day that it's 32 degrees, that ice is going to freeze.
Facts.
And that's when all your efforts of putting the little water in your ice cube tray, that's when it will accumulate and be something. And so just because your content doesn't do well, 40 degree day.
Yeah.
Or you fire a manager that doesn't work well for you. 34 degree day. But your video gets 4 million views and you get 10,000 followers from it. That's a 32 degrees day. And it's just like the result of consistency.
Yeah.
Waiting for the right time.
Yeah. No, that is so true. And some of us out there, okay, our ice cube might not be ice cube example. So, like, most of us out there, it's your ice cube might not be this week. No. Your ice cube might not be next week. Your ice cube might not be even this year, okay? It is what it is. We don't have control over when the ice, that right temperature comes in. But the only thing we have control over is just making sure we put that water in every single day. What we do, and that is putting the water in. So don't give up. That's
never
ever give up. You understand, right? There's another example that I like. It's like the Chinese bamboo tree story, right? That you have to water it every single day, and those years, for like 5 years, it doesn't grow. Just have to keep watering also, and then out of nowhere, it just picks up and go boom, shoot all the way up.
I like that.
Yeah,
I think about that.
No, you should look into it. It's really an amazing example, and that's how life is. Like it doesn't come easy. If it were easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
So like you might be posting on TikTok right now, you're not getting the views. Maybe you're not doing it. Maybe your time hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
You're not doing the right thing you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You're not consistent. So
but that's what consistency it will bring you to the right time,
Mm-hmm.
and it will show you what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Because if you're consistently failing, then it's like, all right, time to change.
Time to change. Yeah, I know. That's the beauty of consistency. Yeah. You start to see things and like, you know what? I think it's time to change.
Yeah.
This is not working.
Something's not working. All right, time to reroute.
Reroute.
What can we do?
What can we
Yeah.
do? I like that. Have you ever had a moment like that?
Oh yeah, bro, all the time, all the time. And it's like, so growing up, my dad was always a very relaxed guy.
Yep.
And except for when he was yelling at us, but we're crazy kids. So he was very relaxed, and every time I'd be like, "Oh, Dad, I have a problem. I don't know what to do." He's like, "Huh? Okay, you got a problem? There's a solution. What are you gonna do? You're gonna figure it out or no?"
Mm-hmm.
And so that always kind of stuck with me. Like I used to go to gymnastics, and he would drive me to practice.
Yeah.
40 minutes there, 40 minutes back.
Wow.
We had a lot of time to talk. And like anytime I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so upset about this, so upset about that," he goes, "Dani, it will pass. Like, yeah, it will pass. You'll find a solution, and if there's a problem, just look around. What can you do? Because the problem is yours. You can't expect anyone to solve it for you. It's like, I mean, people care about you, but like nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
That's your problem.
Sometimes they're happy to you.
Yeah.
Not them, you understand, right? Yeah. Don't care. Thank God it's you, man.
But he's like, "You got a problem, so fix it. That's all. That's all you have to do." And I'm like, "But how do I fix it?" He goes, "That's for you to find out, not me."
Cool.
But it makes you kind of get out of this like self-pity mode, like, everything's going wrong for me. Oh, I'm so sad. It's like, okay, if something's going wrong, then what can I do to change? So, and it takes time. Like, it's not like you're not going to instantly find a solution.
Facts.
Got to work towards it.
Facts. No, every time, like, we have the power to change our lives.
Yeah.
You get it, right? It might not be money wise, it might not be like, but we have the power to change how we wake up. We have the power to change when we wake up. If you feel like you're not productive enough, it's simple. Wake up early and do more.
Yeah.
You get it, right?
Go to bed early.
Go to bed early. Like, literally, there are things that, like, the money we make might not be within our control and all that, but there's some things that we can change about ourselves to help live a better life.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazing. Shout out to your dad, man.
Shout out, man.
He's the real MVP. He's the one behind all those things, all the success we see here, man. If he hadn't given you that go ahead,
I would have never started. Or maybe I would have, but way later.
No, with freedom, you understand,
Yeah.
right? The freedom you had just made the difference. You
The
wouldn't
support,
hide in
like
the
there's people rooting for me.
Yes. So now that's the beauty of people rooting for you. Like,
Before I was even anything.
Yeah,
Like,
before you were.
yeah.
That's amazing, man.
It's nice.
That's nice. You came up with the manager conversation, and that's why I want to lead the next conversation.
Yeah.
So I heard you guys have a manager. How's that going?
Well, if you see this, you did a great job. I just don't think it's for me. I know I'm going to repost the podcast. She's probably going to see it. But I got a manager because I wanted room to just think about the creative aspect. Because when you're a content creator, especially when it's your full-time job, it's sort of like two jobs in one.
Yeah.
One is being the star and creating, and the other one is managing
the star.
And that is a lot of work, a lot of emailing, negotiating, invoicing, taxes. Like, it's so much. And when you're occupied with two jobs, it's hard to be 100% in either one of them. It's like 50-50. So I wanted to take some time to really just focus on creating and letting myself just kind of like have a good time.
Have a good time, yeah.
But that came at a cost because my manager took 20% of every brand deal that she made for me.
Wow.
And that's standard. That's normal for the industry. But it wasn't for me. I felt like the only person that's as delusional as me is me. like to the level I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're delusional too.
Yeah.
We all have our own levels.
Yes.
And so I'm delusional. And my manager, maybe not so much. So I would ask her to negotiate for me, of course. And she would start off with normal numbers. And when I negotiate, I'm shooting for the stars. I'm shooting for the moon, Jupiter, Saturn.
Yeah.
I don't put any limits because the few times that I have shot out crazy stuff,
you got it.
I've gotten the yes.
Yeah.
But in order for you to do that, you have to sort of believe that it will happen.
Yeah.
And if you're just looking at numbers from like a professional business point of view, you're kind of, you put yourself in a box. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
And the only person that's gonna negotiate like me is me,
you,
because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And so I think that's just why I didn't really like it, because it was limiting me. And I understand, like, she has standards she has to go by. Like, she's representing an agency. She can't just be like, $1 gajillion for this video. They're gonna be like, what math are you doing? But when I did it myself, like, it would work out. So I didn't like that. And I let her go. It was very nice. Yeah. She was like, I support you. You got this, girl. But it just wasn't a good fit for me, just because if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And if you have a bigger vision, not everyone is gonna believe in that.
Yeah.
Like,
or
you
see
have to,
what you see.
Yeah. They're not gonna see what you see. So if you want, like, to be something big, sometimes you just gotta do it yourself.
For real.
Yeah. The only person that's gonna be rooting for you as much as you want is you. And you know the bigger picture, and sometimes people can't understand that. So, yeah.
And like, I see where you're coming from. Like, you know your product, you know your content, you know what you're creating, and you know what this is worth and how much you should get. That you should get the best. She, on the other end, might have other clients that she works with, and
they might be bigger.
Here, and there would give her what she wants.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really care about the price or the sweat or the effort you put into making that content.
No.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. How could we have handled that situation better? Like, situation like that. You think maybe she should have told you, hey?
I don't really know. I think it was necessary to happen. It was a good learning experience, because for a long time I was like, I want a manager.
Yeah.
So God goes, you want one?
Here
you go. Here's your lesson.
I like how you say God goes, you want one.
Because sometimes you ask for stuff
that you're not ready for.
Or universe, whatever you believe in. Please, please, please. And they're like, you sure?
You sure?
All right, here you go.
You weren't ready for it.
You're not ready for it.
You're not ready for it. And it's abuse when you're not ready for something.
Yeah.
A gift, priceless thing given too soon sometimes could be an abuse.
It's not good.
It's not good.
You don't experience it like you should. So maybe one day I'll go back to having a manager, but for now, none of that. But I don't know if it could have handled it better. I think it went okay, and it was just a very good lesson.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. No, you're right. Like, and that's what I was telling you earlier on. Like, we think that we need this. You feel like if you don't have these things, you're missing out.
Yeah.
And then eventually you have them, and you're like,
I'm like,
is this what it was? Like, I actually, it just completely from outside. It's like the saying, you always think the grass is greener on the other side until you get there and you're like,
wow.
No, I'm going back to my old grass. I'm going back to where I'm from, you understand? I think the grass is better on this side. And this is no disrespect to your manager or anything, but it just, the timing wasn't right for it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I got a ways to go before I get management
management again. Yeah, that's nice, man. Like you said, it was a learning.
It was.
It was a learning moment.
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Because bad things they suck, but they always teach you something.
True.
And so do good things.
So do good
bad
things,
bad things really teach you.
They're the ones that teach you the most.
They stand out. Yeah.
Good things, I don't know. Good things you celebrate, you just dance, but bad things,
I'm like, ooh.
they open your eyes. So how have you been managing now, like without a manager? How is that?
I've been okay. I only let her go like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
But ever since then, like, the emails been flooding again, and it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I got that confirmation, because sometimes it's hard, like, navigating life. I'm like, am I doing the right thing? And every time I ask that, I get a little, like,
confirmation.
ding, ding, ding. You're on the right path.
That's nice.
So
and now, like, you get to speak to these people yourself. And
yeah. It's nice. Because you form that one-on-one
connection.
And people are like, you're cool. Like, I'm emailing you. Like, you're them, and that's her. And
they directly get to you.
Yeah.
For now.
We'll see what happens.
I like that. Do you file tax?
I do.
Really?
Yes, I have an accountant.
Okay,
it's a family accountant.
That you can file by yourself. Oh yeah, take the file tax too.
Yep.
Government.
We have to.
You gotcha.
I got hella write-offs though. A lot of write-offs. Write off.
Yeah, I mean, you buy stuff for
A
your
lot.
contents, you know.
I invest a lot in my content. And honestly, my job is cool because I can like go out for a night and get drinks and film it, and it's like, oh, write off.
Content. It's all for content,
Yeah.
you know. Because that's what you live. That's your life, basically. Yeah.
Lifestyle creator, in a way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know. So ever since you become famous, like, what's your daily routine like?
I'm not famous yet.
Yeah, but like, okay.
But in my mind, I am. I'm
In my mind, you're
envisioning-
famous too.
Ah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
But my daily routine, I just recently started getting up at 5 in the morning.
Okay.
I journal, I chug a water bottle, and I do my skincare, put my workout clothes on, I eat a breakfast, I go to the gym, work out, sauna. I'm so happy because BSC during COVID, they didn't have the saunas.
Yeah.
Now they're back.
You doing the downtown one, right?
Downtown Crossing.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then I'll come back, I'll film the first 2 chunks of the content that I have to film for the day. It's usually like makeup, hair, outfits. And then I take a pause in the middle of the day and I go for a walk to get my 10,000 steps in.
Yeah.
And I walk for like an hour, 30 minutes. I usually walk I live in Beacon Hill, so I go Beacon Hill to the Prudential Center and then walk back. And it's very peaceful, and I don't go on my phone during that time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have music on, sometimes I don't. And I feel very refreshed. It gives you time to just like breathe.
Yeah.
And it's good for you. So then I come back and I'll have a little lunch. I'll make some more content. I'll answer emails. And I'm very lucky because I can just kind of end the day whenever.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling really creative, I'll make a few extra videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't even complain, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy on the day.
You just run your own.
Yeah.
Your own day. You can end whenever you want.
It's really freeing.
Good question. Funny
Yeah.
one. What if there was no TikTok? What would you do? Or if TikTok ends now, what would you do?
Oh, man. I'm going to replay my dad going, you got a problem? Well, what are you going to do?
What you gonna do?
I don't know. I have money saved up.
That's good.
I want to open like a brand, but I'm not sure what direction exactly I want to take. So I would probably do that. But if TikTok ended, oh man, I don't know. I try not to think about it too much. I know it's a pressing issue right now.
Yeah.
But I know I would figure it out. I always have. So I actually don't really know.
If I go back to painting.
Come on, guys, order a painting. I'll give you a discount. Please.
Support me.
But hopefully it doesn't end.
No, I don't want it to end.
Or maybe I'll go to YouTube Shorts. There's always something.
There's always something, yeah. I mean, the same fans you have there, you could...
Yeah, be like, hey, guys.
To YouTube now.
If you love me.
You love me.
Over there.
Come over to you.
Yeah.
Do you have a good fan base? Like, do you like your fan? Are they very faithful to you? Like,
they are. I don't think I'm at a level yet where people are like fans.
yeah.
I think they're more just I don't know the word for it. I think they just consider me a friend online.
Gotcha.
And it's really nice because they're all very supportive. And when I reach accomplishments, they're like, oh my God, yes, I remember watching you last year. And you wanted this and now you have it. Go, girl. They don't feel like fans. They feel like friends.
Gotcha.
And I do a really good job, I think, of sort of communicating with them always.
Yeah.
Making sure it's not.
I know.
Just communicating with them and treating them like a friend, like answering, commenting back and forth. Because I do feel like they're my friends.
Yeah.
They kind of are.
Yeah.
It's nice. I'm having a sad day. I could just be like, hey guys, I'm sad. They're like, no, Dani, don't give up. You got this. I'm rooting for you.
They return your words back to you, the words you share with them.
Yeah. It's very wholesome.
There was a video you posted a few days ago and you said something. You were like, I was out. You said I really can't say what you said. I'm trying. And you're like, yep, I was depressed and I was crying for like a few days, and now I'm back. And
I was literally like crying every single day.
Every single
I was not
day.
okay.
But for me, it was the mood you were in. Like the way you said it, like you didn't even care. You understand me, right? You said it so casual.
It was like, no, I was not okay.
You're like, maybe you guys were asking if I was okay. No, I was not okay. I was crying every day for like 2 days.
I was laughing in the video, like. It was nice because I didn't post for like 2 weeks, and everyone's like, "Where did you go?"
Yeah.
I got DMs on my Insta, like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Are you okay?
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just taking a little break."
We all need a break sometimes.
We do.
Especially like content creating.
Yeah. And sometimes your absence is good. It makes people miss you.
Oh yeah.
And it shows you like, people are keeping track.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
No,
It holds you accountable in a way.
Yeah.
Because people notice that you disappeared.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to go. Like, give, take. You get it, right? Like, give content, and then a minute just hold back for a minute.
Yeah.
And let them miss you and say, oh, wow, where's
Yeah.
Dani? Like, we haven't seen Dani in a while.
Yeah.
Then you come back again and you're like, oh, she's back. Let's go.
Woo! Yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
What's the biggest investment you've ever gotten for yourself? Like, content wise, like, that you've ever invested yourself in?
I think the biggest investment I bought myself was definitely my vlog camera.
Okay.
It was, I want to say, like $750 for the little tiny camera. But it made me really like take it seriously, because I was like, whoa. Oh man, I spent all that money.
I gotta use this camera to...
Yeah, it just pushed me. I do slack on YouTube, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get back into it though. I'm restarting up after my 2-week break.
Yeah.
But the best investment I made was the camera, because it sort of held me accountable. Like, you spent the money.
Now you gotta use it.
You want the fame and the followers? Like,
Yep.
Go ahead. You bought it. It's up to you to make use of it. So, yeah.
I like the cameras. Yeah, I have one too that I hardly
The big
use.
one?
It's over there looking at me and I'm not using my phone.
iPhones for life.
iPhones
man.
for life.
They're so good at filming.
And easy.
So easy to edit on,
yeah. So what app do you use to edit your videos?
CapCut.
Oh.
Yeah.
InstaShot.
It's like the best. InstaShot.
Yeah.
I used to use that, but CapCut is just advanced.
Really?
You can do so much on CapCut. It takes you a little while to get used to it. But now that I'm like, trying to branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
CapCut's the best. I love it. I would recommend it.
I should try it. I mean, it would take me a while to get used to it, but I am so used to InstaShot.
Same.
Like,
that was me. I'd clip it so fast.
I could do it even with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
And I just want fast, like, because there's no time. I'm so I use that, but
InShot is good. That's what I use. I still have it on my phone.
Yeah.
But now I'm a CapCut girl. Yep.
I mean, I think every TikTok,
CapCut.
they have a relationship. TikTok has a relationship with CapCut.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's new. But I see like the CapCut templates, edit thing.
Yep.
I've been noticing that.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
I mean, it's all money,
Yeah, true.
TikTok probably making money off that.
I know.
If you put it up, you know how many downloads they probably have gotten from TikTok
From TikTok?
alone? Yeah, they're famous for that now.
They're taking over the whole feed.
Yeah.
With the trends and the funny sounds.
The trends and the funny sound. Like, everybody kind of like has to some way have an affiliation with TikTok. You know, one of the funniest girls that I saw on TikTok, the girl that she makes logos for companies.
Yes. And she's always like, like
I
very monotone. I know her.
My name is this, and I studied this, and I am. And you would see these companies go and comment on her.
Yes. Isn't she like built a whole career out of that?
She built a whole career out of
crazy.
that. It's crazy. Like, Apple, like, if there's like, I don't know, it's Windows or something. They have only one follower, and she's the only one they follow. Gymshark, she designed some leggings for them, and they sold, and they actually designed it and sold it, and it went, boom.
What?
I know, no, that's the power of TikTok now, man. TikTok,
it changes life.
it's changing life.
Yeah,
and that's like for me, I want people to see this more. Like, if I can, I'm still thinking, what can I do?
Yeah.
But you're a TikToker.
Yeah.
How do you think I can, my podcast, like, if I want to, blow it up a little, like, what can I do? What would you recommend for me?
I recommend sitting down and thinking about what do you like?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like to watch? What do you like to hear? What do you like to listen to? Is it funny? Is it serious? And then you got to do a little research. When you're scrolling, what's popular? What phrases are being said? What are hot topics? And sort of, you got to consume a little bit to be a producer. To produce stuff, you got to consume. So that's what I always recommend. Like, what do I like? And now, what do other people like? And you sort of learn to meet in the middle a little bit, and you mix yourself with what people
like
want. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's hard. It's hard to figure that out sometimes, just because there's so much out there.
So much out there.
Yeah.
I struggle with something. I don't know if you struggle with it too. I would have this idea, like I would see something trending and say, I want to do it. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick, and then I wouldn't. And the next time I see this, everyone's doing it. And it's, I should have done this.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with
that every day, every single day, and it's different depending on the content that you create. But it's like I'll see everyone doing blue eyeshadow, and I'm like, oh, I should do that. But then by the time I do it, because I waited too long,
it's like it's not even relevant anymore.
So I struggle with that. I don't know how to get around that yet. Hopefully I learn.
Yeah. So what's the, if you see a trending sound or a trending something, how long does it last before it just mellows down?
Honestly, man, I feel like the attention span of people is getting shorter and shorter. Because before, a trending thing it would be a trend for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like now every week is something new and it dies. Which is exhausting.
Because now you guys have to be on your toes every single day.
It's stressful.
It's a full-time job, man.
It is.
It takes a lot.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of thinking. I think people think that like, oh, she's an influencer. She's a bimbo.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But there's a lot of planning, strategizing that goes into it.
People think there's no brain work behind it, you know. You post whatever and then you can go.
There's a lot of brain work. Because I'm not like someone that like Charlie D'Amelio, the TikToker. She got super famous for dancing on TikTok.
Gotcha.
And she was 15, 16 when it happened. She just blew up. She went from 0 to like 30 million followers, which is crazy. I think now she's at 200 million. But she can post a video of her socks and it will get 5 million views. So people like her have the luxury
of just posting
whatever. But I don't have that.
You have to.
I have to work really hard.
You have to be strategic, Dani. You just can't post whatever, man.
And sometimes I do envy people like that. Like I try not to hold on to it, but it is a normal reaction. Like I'm sitting here planning all this stuff, like sticking sticky notes to my wall, and these people just will post a selfie video, and it blows up. Yeah. What? But that's their timing. That's not timing. It's not my time. Yeah. Maybe if I was at that level, I wouldn't be able to handle the hate and the, Yeah,
true. Hate comes with that too.
So I'm like, okay, I recognize that I feel envious a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel it. I'm going to let it pass. And then back to work. Like, you're not them. You don't even know what's going on in their life.
You don't even know in their life. Yeah.
They're them.
It's like the same with, the grass is greener on the other side until you get there and you're like, oh like boy. It's not really
sucks.
It sucks. Yeah. So. It's like a comment you've had that have you ever had a comment that just, took you out of your wheel? Like the day just got ruined. You just completely like, you know what, I'm done with this thing.
One time I had someone comment, this was a couple months ago, she's just doing too much. Like she's like, I forgot how they worded it, but it literally just said, she's just way too much. As in referring to my personality. Yeah. It was a video of me talking and like being like, authentically me.
Yeah.
And it literally was like, just like, I tried to replicate like if I was on a FaceTime call with a friend, like when I was like filming the video in my head, and they were just like, like she's just too much, and I was like, oh, that feels not good, because I just put myself out there very authentically, 100% me, and someone was like, ew. So that kind of sucked. But
how did you deal with it? How did you deal with something like that?
I just look at the other comments that are like, love her,
love
this girl, she's funny, she's loud, like I relate. So I think that's the best way to handle it. When people are like, ew, you go, okay, but there's one ew, but there's 15 yays. So
why let one ew spoil all that 15?
All the other yays.
All the other yays.
And you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. Famous people deal with it all the time. Like, I hate this actor. I love this actor. Man. Like, okay, that's fine. They're still successful, regardless of what you think.
Your view added to their payment, Your comment actually helped.
It did.
You did. Put those comments still. We like them.
Yeah. Please let me know if you don't like me.
Just write it. Everything adds up as the comments. It's crazy, man. Oh, man, there's this question Okay, well, so far it's been good. Okay, like, what's the goal for Dani? Like, 5 years from now, what's
5 years from now, the goal really is just to collect as much money as I can off of this interesting little job.
Yeah.
And diversify, like get real estate, get properties, and invest my money and build a company. 5 years from now, what am I, 22? I'll be 27.
27.
Hopefully I, God willing, drive a baby blue G-Wagon.
Oh, wow. I think you can.
Purchase a home in the city, like an apartment, brownstone preferably, maybe in Beacon Hill or South End. And just financial stability, freedom. That's the ultimate goal. Like, that's what I do. And I do want to take care of my family. Like, I don't know. I want to put my little brother through school. That's like a really like far-fetched goal right now because school is really expensive. I don't have the income yet. Like, I'm like still like establishing myself. Yeah. And I just like want my mom to be like chilling. That's really what I do. When I was doing all the sticky notes on my wall, I was writing down like, okay, step 1, why do I get up every day, and why do I do what I do? Like, because you can't just do stuff without having a why. That you can, but it will burn out. You'll burn out and be like, okay, now what? So like, what are my whys? Honestly, just making money and like securing the bag for my fam. I think that's really what like ultimately drives me.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
that's a good way.
Yeah,
family, it's huge.
It gives you a bigger purpose because I'm like, okay, I'm not just like selfishly trying to be famous. Like, that'll be fun. Yeah, hopefully if it happens.
But like, you got your mom and everybody else behind you.
Put him up in a nice house and nice cars. Even though my mom's like, please don't ever buy me anything expensive. I don't want it. I don't care for it. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
Wait till it comes and she gonna take it,
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think that's the goal is just have money and be able to share with my family. Give them cool experiences, and amazing, be stable.
That's amazing.
And help other people. Like, my dream is literally to just be like so loaded one day. Yeah. I go to a restaurant and just tip them like $3,000. But that is like crazy to think about right now. Like, that's not happening.
No, it will happen.
It will happen.
As long as it's in your heart, it's gonna be in your hand someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
From heart to hand.
From head to hand. As long as it's here, it's gonna come out here one day.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down now.
Hey, put it on that wall. Yeah. Another question. How do you deal with doubt? Like, do you self-doubt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
Oh man, bro, so much. Actually, every day.
Every day, right? Did you doubt yourself for coming here?
No, actually, I felt good about that.
Okay, yeah.
No, with doubt, I doubt myself a lot, especially because I'm very young and I don't know everything. So every time I do something, I always think, am I going in the right direction?
Yeah.
Who can I even ask? I don't know. And a lot of doubt comes from sort of like seeing people that started at the same time as you surpass you. Yeah. I'm like, okay, does that mean that I'm doing the wrong thing? I'm not good enough. I'm not cut out for this. So I doubt myself a lot when I see my friends like double, triple their followers. I'm like, oh, ouch. Like, when is it my turn?
Yeah.
And I doubt myself a lot because just being a creative person, you're always like, okay, is what I'm putting out even worth it? Like, do people even care?
Yeah.
But I guess I deal with doubt by journaling a lot. When I feel really doubtful, I literally just take out my journal. I'm like, okay, today I feel like shit because what the hell was that? And what the fuck am I doing? Sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
You're good,
Like, what the fuck am I doing? What?
You just write the whole thing out. The whole thing.
Like, I have pages and pages and pages.
As raw as it sounds.
Right, and like sometimes I'm mean to myself when I'm writing because I have to get it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're so dumb. Like, what the heck are you doing? Why did you do that? And I let it all out, and I'm like, okay, the doubting
it's gone.
It's gone. Okay. Now, what have you done? Where did you come from? Like, okay, I had no money, or I was very insecure, or I had a toxic relationship. I was at rock bottom. And I'm like, okay, you started here. Where are you now? Oh, I moved up. Okay. So it's not as bad as it was. You're doing something right, and you're moving up.
Yeah.
So stop the doubt.
Stop the doubt.
And sometimes when I'm doubting myself, I'm like, oh, why did this situation happen? Like, what the heck am I doing? I'm like, okay, I was here, and now I went down here. And that's okay. That's a learning experience. But what can I do to get back up there and then surpass that?
Yeah.
Like, you have to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't, like, then you're doing something wrong. Like, you're not doing anything interesting.
Yeah.
Doubt is, like, essential.
Doubt is essential.
Growth, I think.
It is.
It keeps you on your toes.
It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It does.
If you don't doubt yourself, you would F up.
Yeah. Because then you're arrogant.
You're arrogant.
And
you just like, I got this. I know
everything.
everything. That's what happened to me once.
Me too.
Remember when I told you that I did a podcast and I didn't record anything?
Yeah.
Usually, so when I start my podcast, I always get nervous. You get me, right? And I need that because it gives
like a little
me
adrenaline.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I want to make sure everything is right.
Yeah.
But this day, I didn't feel that nervousness that I always get.
Got too
like,
cocky.
Just got too cocky. And this guy was so cool. I just wanted to feel so cool. I came to him, we just like, what up, bro? Like, conversation went on. And after that, it's like, yeah, you think you had it. You understand, right? But you never, you always want to make sure you're learning. Like, people like always doubt yourself and make sure that you're right. You make sure everything is plugged in, everything is. Even till now, I'm looking at the camera. It's like, I don't trust it. I'm making sure the camera is not upside down.
No, I feel that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you do have to doubt yourself, and it also, when you're doubting yourself, it makes you run through, like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Is this what I should be doing?
Yeah.
It makes you analyze what you're about to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's good because you can be like, oh wait, I shouldn't do that.
I shouldn't do that.
I should go that way or go this way.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Doubt doesn't feel good, but not everything that's like necessary for you feels good.
Feels good.
Like going to the gym at 5 a.m. doesn't feel
good. Doesn't feel good.
It's necessary.
It is necessary.
Maybe not at 5.
Yeah.
Later in the day.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
Yeah. I'm trying to level up a little bit. I just need a little kick.
Why? So why are you waking up at 5? Why are you doing this whole 5 a.m. routine?
Honestly, because I struggle with having a schedule because I went from being student full time to just, now what? I make videos online for fun. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
So I really struggled to have time management, not in the sense that I had a lot of things to do, but honestly that I didn't have enough. So my days were kind of just withering away and they were blending in together. For me, damn, it feels crazy that I even can say this, but I have no concept of a weekend because every single day is like a weekend. I never thought I'd be able to say that. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. But
that's good. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed.
I didn't even realize. But yeah, I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. Everyone follow this man. No, it was just, I needed some sort of structure. As structure is really important to success and like keep moving up. Because if you have no structure, then you kind of just like, I don't know. So that's why I started getting up at 5. It just made me really more productive, and it gave me time to think about more like what I was doing and schedule my day and plan new things for me to do. Like I just got into tennis.
Oh, Rick, that's fun.
Yeah. I've only gone one time. Went with my friend yesterday. But waking up earlier has made me realize how long the days are and that I can fill them with a bunch of things to do.
Facts.
And it's helped me. Oh, wait, I swear that just like moved.
It moved?
Maybe it was my hair. I don't know. I'm paranoid about it.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, no, it just gave me more things to do, and because of that, I'm like more creative. Because I was waking up at like 11 a.m., 12.
Half the day is gone.
Half the day is gone, and then
it affects your mood.
It does. It
affects your mood. Like
it does. It makes you feel like crap.
It makes you feel like crap.
Yeah.
You might not admit it, but the reason behind the way you feel is because you woke up late.
Yeah. It is.
I'm telling you.
And before, when I had like normal jobs, school, I was like, ugh, I wish I could sleep in every single day. And then I went through a phase where I did that. And it was cool. It was cool.
Yep.
Like, what? That's such a luxury. It was such a luxury. And I'm so thankful I got to experience that. But you get tired of it. Like when you have no structure or schedule in your day, you feel like you're wasting it.
Yeah.
So that's why I started getting up at 5.
I like that.
I'm not sure I will do that forever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll move it down to 8 a.m. 7.
That sounds good. Sounds good. But for now, if that's what you want to do, go for it, you know?
It kind of felt like a cold plunge.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm feeling too like
relaxed, comfortable.
Yeah. I'm like, let's do something
Let's
that
do
feels
something
horrible.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
You gotta balance. Sometimes you get comfortable. Sometimes you just push yourself out of your comfort zone. Exactly. I like that, Dani.
Yeah.
How do you know all this stuff? Like, because you're self-made, kind of like self-taught. Like, how does Dani keep herself grounded? Because it's easy to just lose it.
Oh yeah.
You get it, right?
I lose it all the time.
You lose it all the time.
Maybe I'll make some videos about that. I honestly have to credit my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. They taught me everything I know, and back in the day, I'd be like, "Oh my god, like be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about." Yeah. I was arrogant. Yeah. I was cocky.
Everyone was.
Yeah, like I was the only girl and the princess, so I was the only one like not scared to stand up to my dad.
Yeah.
Because he kind of like ruled with an iron fist in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
But I'd be the only one that'd be like, "You don't know what you're talking about." I like talk back, but now I'm like, he did know.
He did know.
Damn.
He saw all this coming. He was just trying to prepare you for it.
Yeah. And, he didn't care that I would be like, you don't know. Because he's like, I'm telling you, and I know it's going to stick. And it did. And same thing with my mom. Like, she's giving me so much advice. Like, anytime I'm, like, panicking, she's like, calm down. What does the Bible say? Like, what are the things I taught you? And it's like, oh, okay. All right. I'm losing it, but I got the ingredients in me to figure it out.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really my parents. Shout out to my parents.
I know.
I talk about them a lot.
They're a huge part of your life.
They are.
And I like it. They made you who you are today.
Yeah.
And they deserve it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So,
based on what you've learned from your parents, do you think it's something you would want to instill in your children?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep. 100%. I'm not sure if I'll raise my kids as involved in religion as my parents did.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like one thing that kind of I disagree with how my parents did. Yeah. And that's fine. Like, it's your kids. You raise them how you want to.
Yeah.
I think it had a few negative effects on me just being so religious. But I did take away a lot of good things from that. And it definitely just shaped me as a person, like my character, my morals, and my perception of the world. Strongly shaped by religion. I'm not the most religious gal now.
Hey man,
but
don't blame you.
I think I'm a good person.
Yeah, you're a good person.
So, yeah, I would definitely want to instill that in my kids. Like my parents always taught me to treat everyone same level of respect. Whether they're rich, poor, whether they're rude to you, old, kind. Like you just treat everyone the same. And my dad will always say, when you bless someone, it will always come back to you double. And not to say you should just like bless people like, oh, I'm gonna give this man $5 and I'm gonna get 10. Like that's not how it works. But like when you think about it that way, it helps shape your mind. It's like there's abundance. Like it's okay if I give people some of mine because there's plenty more out there for me.
It might not be cash.
No, it might be experiences.
Experiences.
People.
Some other way you will get it back.
Yeah. So definitely that's like a major one. Just being like, has God ever let us go without? Nope. Like there's abundance and it's meant for you, and like get rid of that scarcity and mindset. Yeah. There's always enough for everyone, and you should give if someone has less than you. So.
I like that. Wow. Did a great job, man.
They did. They really did.
No, you are amazing. Like
Thank you.
The life you on TikTok, I would like sitting with you and hearing you speak. It's just so you're like well-rounded. You get it right. You. Like
do you get that from my TikTok? I feel like I'm a little crazy on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I call you savage. You're so ruthless on your TikTok. Like not like in a bad way, but like TikTok. People would just. That's why they say never judge a book by its cover. Yeah. I've had conversations with you.
Yeah.
Every time we talk, it's all about growing.
It's like, yes.
Helping ourselves. Yeah. What are you reading right now? Like those are kind of like conversations we had. So I know you get right. Yeah. But if someone should just go on your TikTok, they would be like, she's like one of those girls. But really, really completely the opposite. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you. So we are about to round up. Is there any question you think I should have asked you that I missed? Just curious.
I don't know. I think you asked a lot of good
A lot of
questions.
quick questions, right? Okay,
Yeah. I think
okay.
you got a lot of info out of
Okay.
me.
Yo, no, if I forget anyone, I'll call you back. Dani,
Okay.
Can we do part
Give me
two?
a call. I'll drive back.
No, I'm just kidding. But like, honestly, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Dude, thank you for having me on here.
I want to have you again.
Dude, please. Yes, I would love
if
that.
you're free, like, you know, just
Anytime.
anytime. Okay, I appreciate that. You
And
know, if you have.
we like live close by.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a 10 minutes? 11-minute drive for me, maybe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
not bad.
That's nice. I'm trying to drop more content out there,
Yeah.
you know. So, you know, if you're available, I would love to have you on the
Yes.
podcast again.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay.
I would love that.
Now, 2 more questions.
Yes.
What advice would you give to the younger Dani? Like, I know you're still young, but like, you know, when you're telling your dad, shut up, you don't know. Yeah, right. That Dani, what advice would you give to her if you can advise her?
Oof. I would tell her. I would tell her that basically you think your life is gonna go a certain way, and I lost my dad. So my dad passed away last year, and I like really thought like I had like everything figured out, and my life was just gonna go like da 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 da, exactly how I planned it. And when that happened, I was like, whoa. That is what I feel like clicked in my head. Like, this is like life. Like, you were just like existing, and like this is like real. And I would just tell Dani, like, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen, and you just gotta always remember to like keep going. There's like, life is not always gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But thinking back, like, when I was younger, when I had my first breakup, oh my God, bro.
So
I thought that was the end of the world. I was dying. I wasn't eating. I lost like 10 pounds. And it was just a little silly boyfriend. And I was like, whew. I hope I never feel that sad again.
Yeah.
Bro. And then the second boyfriend. Oh my God, it was worse than the first one. And I go, I hope I never feel that sad again. And then little things that, you know, frustrating schoolwork or a job didn't go well. And I would always think, oh, like, I hope I never feel that sad again. And then my dad died, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't know I could feel that. But I also learned that with each new level of sadness that you unlock as a human, because when you're a baby, you're sad about what? Not finding your toy. Like, that's, like, really devastating when you're 2 years old. But the older you go, you're gonna get deeper and deeper levels of sadness. But with that also comes higher and higher levels of happiness. Like, when you're in middle school, you're excited about this new colored pencils you got, and you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And then you move on up, and you get to experience prom, or you get to experience your first big girl job, or your dream apartment, your husband, kids, grandkids. So I guess to sum it up, I would tell little Dani, you're going to go through some really bad stuff. But to balance that, you're also going to experience, like, the best things ever that you have no idea you can even feel, you know? So I guess, not get discouraged, and with a lot of bad things, it has to even out. It has to balance. So you're also going to experience, like, the coolest things ever that you have no idea were even out there. So sorry for crying. I'm an emotional little being.
I completely understand. I really I love, that's an amazing advice for your younger self, and I feel everybody needs to hear this, because if you don't mind, you never came up with this conversation, and I didn't want to bring it up, that you lost your dad, and such an amazing figure in your life. And the reason why I call you a savage is because I saw you go through that, and you bounced back.
Thanks, man.
Look, that's the reason why I call you a savage, because I didn't even know your dad died until you made a post of, like, because you still went on with life.
I was kind of crazy.
You were still like, I was like, this girl just lost, and I knew what your dad was to you.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen you post your dad. I've seen
many
that
times,
so many times. I was like, this young girl just lost her dad. I thought it was over for Dani.
Low key, same.
I know. I was like, she's done. Like, she's done. But like, you came out of that and you are on fire. Like,
Thank you.
I was like, Jesus. Like, literally, that was, you know, so many things make me, but just that moment right there, I was like, if Dani can go through this and come out alive, anybody can go through.
Yes, you can get through anything.
Get through anything. Oh,
it's
wow.
it's gonna feel like the end of the world when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Or actually, sometimes it doesn't even feel like the end of the world. You kind of just are on survival mode and you go.
Yeah.
And then you like take a look back and you're like, whoa. It wasn't that bad. Like, it was bad, but
it was bad, but
like you will always get through anything. Literally anything. There's nothing you should be scared of.
nothing you should be scared of. Just wait till the end.
Yeah.
Don't just give up too soon.
No.
Don't take your life too soon. Don't just
No.
wait till the end.
Wait till the end. Let it pass. Let it be.
pass.
You just never know what's around the corner.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So yeah.
Because your YouTube videos, you would post about your dad helping you moving
Yeah.
to your host, like, you know, your apartments and all that. And when I heard the news, like, I heard it from you like months after your dad died, and I was like, you said it on one of your stories or something like that. And you said, I was like, wow, she's lost her dad, and she's still functioning. Like, I didn't know what you were going through inside you, but everything was so calm and collected. Like,
I'm glad.
life was still going on for you.
I owe that to my mom. a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
She helped me a lot.
Man, that's that's very amazing, man.
Yeah.
I respect you, honestly. I respect you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then the last advice. Okay?
Yes.
So this one is not for the younger Dani. This is for someone else out there
Okay.
that's trying to go into, like, you know, TikTok, social media, all that. You know, like, they're not sure if this is what they should do. What's your advice for someone like that?
My advice is, if you have a feeling in your stomach, in your heart, that tells you want to do it, then there's nothing more painful than not trying, because every single time you wake up, you're gonna go, but what if I did that? And like, what is stopping you? Sincerely, what is stopping you? Nobody cares what you do except for you. You're like your own worst critic. You're gonna judge yourself more than anyone ever will.
Nobody's listening. Nobody cares.
If you want to get into it, just try. It's okay to look stupid. I look stupid all the time. It's my full-time job to look stupid on the internet. It really is. And who cares?
Who cares?
It's look stupid. Be cringe. Embrace the cringe if you want to be successful. The most successful people I know, you interview them, they're cringy. Like, it's so good to be cringe. Don't be scared of the cringe. Don't be scared of failing. Like, that just means it's reroute. Failure is not a bad thing.
It's just... Yeah, it's a reroute.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to the airport and the road is closed. The GPS reroutes you to think. It might be longer.
Yeah.
You get right?
Yeah.
But at the end, you're still going to get to where you want to get to. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know,
man.
It's like cliche, but
no,
it's true.
It's true.
It is true. That's why everyone says it.
I love it. Oh, guy. I want to go on with this conversation, but I know, like, we all have stuff to do. You know, like, sadly, I have to end here.
Okay.
Dani.
This has been fun.
It's been an amazing. It's an amazing conversation. I really enjoyed this. Thank you
good
so
vibes.
much. All right,
very good.
You
vibes.
carry the same vibe. We've always had
same
this
wavelength.
Same wavelength. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, I had a blast.
Yeah.
Dani, like I said, you know, we see this Dani, but trust me, she's had her own slice of the pie. You get right?
Yeah.
Life has thrown some shit her way, some curveballs, you name it, whatever it is. But for some reason, this savage has always she has always escaped it. So, you know, when we talk about young and getting it, you know, it's not just the fancy life, the beautiful life, but Dani shared everything with us, you know, the ups and the downs, the, you know, the highs and lows, everything. She went through it and she survived it.
And you can too.
You can too, you know. So, guys, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, there's this one. How can people reach out to you?
Literally DM me on Instagram.
Yep.
I always check them just in case.
Yeah. What's your handle?
@Dani_Dasilva.
Dasilva.
Yep.
Yes. Same thing on Snapchat too, right? I mean TikTok.
TikTok.
Yep. And YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
Yep.
Guys, Dani has an amazing following, okay, but still she needs she has a goal, you know, she has a goal. So guys,
I want to buy a G-Wagon.
She want to buy a G-Wagon, so you know, we can all support, go follow her, like her, be part of her story, be part of her life.
Yeah.
You know, Dani does it all on TikTok. Skincare, healthcare. You would learn so much from Dani just by following her. You would change your bathroom, like what you used to clean yourself. Dani will give you better advice and products and stuff to use.
Yeah.
She's really amazing. So
Thank
Dani,
you.
once again, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Such a fun opportunity.
Thank you. You guys stay blessed. I love you guys, and I'll be back next week. Peace.